Oh, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Can you see me?
Oh, I like it.
You think it's kind of cute? I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. I ain't my glasses.
Hmm?
I ain't got my glasses on.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to another Pillow Talk, where every day of the week at 7 o'clock we go live talking about various topics based around love. Okay? So what's our topic today?
Love is all you need. Love is all you need. So here's the thing about relationships, man. So again, our goal is to help you find your person and to keep your person.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, in order to find the right person, you gotta let the wrong person go. So you gotta know when to say, you know what, this relationship ain't quite working out, because God has that person that's out there for you. But if you're with the wrong person, you can't make room for the new person. All right. So today's topic is 5 signs to know when my relationship is over. So 5 signs to know when I may possibly need to call it quits with this person and find a new person. All right. So that's what we want to talk about, because I think it's important. How you feel about that? What you think?
I'm excited. So this was actually his topic. He brought this one up. And as soon as he brought it to me, I was like, ooh, I love everything about it. And a lot of times people always tell you to all the ways to keep and save your relationship. Yep. And they never give you the real of, unfortunately, sometimes you have to let them go. So that's what we want to talk about today.
Sometimes you love them, you got to let them go.
So jumping in, we have 5 top reasons. I'll say a reason, he'll say a reason, I'll say a reason, he'll say a reason. You can go first. Oh, you got notes, honey?
Yeah, you don't, honey.
Okay, notes.
You just be coming freestyling, huh?
I love to wing it. Yep. Hop it off.
It's not professional. All right, so one sign is the other person isn't putting in the work. All right, that's sign number 1. So if you find yourself, bending over backwards and doing all the accommodations, and you feel like, hey, listen, I'm in this thing by myself, after a certain period of time, you may need to say, you know what? It might be time to call this some quits. Because I'm going all in, I'm bleeding, I'm sweating, I'm crying, right. And the other person just chilling. Like, so I'm fighting to make this relationship work, but it just ain't happening. The word is reciprocity. Mm-hmm. So the energy isn't being reciprocated. All right? So if you get to the point to where you're in a relationship and you don't feel like the energy is being reciprocated, that's the first sign. All right? If you say, hey, listen, I want to do these things. I think we need to go to counseling. Or I'm reading my Bible every day. I'm doing personal development. I don't see you doing nothing. Mm-hmm. You just laying on the couch like a lump on a log every single day. Right? That's a problem for me. What do you feel? What you think? Are you stuffing your face with food?
Sorry, y'all.
Stuffing your face wide open with food.
Listen, you were talking, so I felt like it was a perfect moment.
You good. So the 5 signs of when you need to leave your person or find a new person is, again, reciprocity ain't there. Other person ain't putting in the work. That's what I say.
So I want to touch on your topic before we move to number 2. Because in your topic, yes, although if you feel like you are the one who's putting in everything, you feel that your time and stuff is not being valued and you don't receive the same effort that you're giving, it is time to reassess the relationship. But I would like to also tell you that it will be times in your relationship where you have to carry the load. It could just be like a transitional period for the person. It could just be just a bad time, and you have to understand that no relationship is ever going to be 50-50. So make sure that you're reassessing the situation and saying, how long have I been doing this? Is this just a bad spot for us? Is it something that we could possibly work for? Because I've seen the effort. I've seen it. How long should I give them before, I leave? Don't just up and leave, because sometimes people are just going through things and you are there as their partner when they're down to bring them back up and do what you can do. So I like what you said, and I just wanted to add, make sure that you actually keep trying to put in that effort, because sometimes that makes people give more effort back.
100%. I agree. You keep trying to put the effort in. Somebody said, John said, damn, y'all be snacking while I'm at home waiting for my garlic shrimp baked pizza.
Oh, that sound good.
All right, John. You got a little something going on. I said Kanye and West. Okay. DJ McFadden. But yeah, so that's sign number 1, man. So if you putting in the work and you don't feel like energy is being reciprocated, after a certain amount of time, you may need to reassess. You ready to say, you know what? This might not be my person. I need to go find my person. So that was good. That was good.
So can I do number 2?
Sure.
I don't have notes, so I'm just going based off of what
You
I
say,
see.
okay, go ahead.
That's you know how to. You know
Yeah,
how to,
sure.
baby. So number 2, I would say high conflict. If you are having a long extended period where it has been, months or years, and you're like, I have been putting in my effort, but all we do is argue, and you start to notice that we argue more than we laugh. We argue more than we talk. We argue more than we have fun and enjoy each other's company. It might be time to let go. Because arguments will happen in relationships, and they're actually healthy. For you to be able to get into something and then overcome it with each other actually makes relationships stronger. But when you're having to constantly combat your person over and over about the smallest things, big or small, and you see that I'm upset more than I'm smiling. I'm hurting more than I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm not being fed. Like I feel like I'm feeding and not being fed. When you get to that point, I think it's time to say, like, we need to assess the situation. Let's communicate about it. I'm big on communication.
Yeah.
Let's communicate. Let's see how you feel. Is it something we want to try to work on, and then, you know, be able to push forward. I'm so sorry. We had all those viewers, and then I started talking, and they all left. So you should talk.
No, that ain't the case at all. John said, I'm 36, happily married, 3 kids, been together since 2006 with my wife, and we do everything 60-40. Me 60, her 40.
Shout out to you, John, first of all.
All right.
We love relationship stories.
All right, 60-40 split. 60-40 split.
How do you feel about your 60-40 split, John?
60-40, I'll pay like the bills 60-40, like I put 60, or like I do 60% of the chores, you do 40%. How do you guys measure 60-40? That's my question for you, John.
That's a good
question.
That's
my question for you. But back to the conflict part. Yeah, if you're experiencing a lot of conflict in your relationship where it's just like every day we together is conflict.
Right.
But however, I'll tell you, sometimes we have rough patches though. So how do you determine how long is too long to be in this rough patch? Because you can be going through like a month, or is it after a week of conflict, a month of conflict, a year of conflict? Like, how do you know when to say, you know what, this is too long of a rough patch?
That's individual based, I believe. When the individual comes to the point that says, I'm just not happy. Because there's a difference between going through a rough patch and you're like, this is bad, but still wanting to be with that person, still wanting to work it out with that person because you see the potential still there. Yeah. But once you lose the vision of, I don't see us being able to fix this. I don't see us being able to honestly get back to a space where we're on the same page and thriving with each other. When you get to that mind space, I would say that means it's been too long.
Okay.
It's a mentality, because I never wanted to give up, even if we had like, we're so different, but even if we had like, say, a long little rough patch, we wish we've had rough patches, but I never, in my mind was like, I'm just like, I am sick of it. I am fed up. Yeah. I cannot anymore. Because if I would have left.
Yeah. So every day wasn't a rough patch.
No.
If every single day you wake up is a rough patch, yeah, then we got to have some conversations.
Yeah.
It should be something you should laugh or joy through the rough patch.
For sure.
What you're saying. Okay. Now that makes sense. My dog John said, hold on, I do the housework, raise the kids, cook the food, and she does the business stuff. All right, business stuff.
I respect that.
I like her. I own a barbecue restaurant and a Thai restaurant and a Papa John's pizza place. Okay, John.
So you get your pizza from your pizza place?
All right, cool. So she do all the business stuff, and you do the housework, raise the kids, cook the food. Yeah. I would say that's 60-40. You're doing a lot.
So you would say I'm a 60 person and you're a 40 person?
Housework is a lot. Raising the kids, cooking, doing the housework. Yeah. I would say that's the majority of the work. Business stuff, once you get systems in place for your business, that typically can run pretty efficiently. Yeah. If you got the right managers in place, and you got to fire and hire people, but that's just business stuff. Like you said, so I would say 60-40. Households are probably the most important business. So, all right, John, 60-40.
I respect that y'all found y'all's roles, and that's what you focus on. So you don't try to get in her lane, and she doesn't try to get in your lane. Like, I think defining roles in relationships is really big for the success of the relationship. I need to know, what am I expected? What is expected of me? And you need to know what I expect of you. And once we can identify that, I'm telling you, game changer.
Factual. Johnson, we alternate each month on paying the bills. I start January. We always make time for date night. She is a married counselor. She's a marriage counselor. Hold on.
Okay.
So you got 3 restaurants, right? Papa John Pizza, Thai restaurant, barbecue place, and you do the housework, raise the kids, and cook. And she's a marriage counselor. Okay? And y'all alternate paying the bills. That makes sense. That works.
So, John, I'll ask you,
Which
because
question
it
you got for
sounds
John?
like you do business and you do home. So, do you still feel like you're okay with that, like, weight, I guess, put on you having to do the home and the business? Or, you know, how does that affect you, if at all?
All right. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, chat back, John. John is, and he installed solar panels in his home that took 18,000 6 months to do so. So y'all living solar, living green. All right, cool, John. But yeah,
Lifestyle for real.
John Turner. So I like your second sign. Now, the third sign is for me would be this: is no accountability. All right. If you're in a relationship and nobody's taking the accountability, well, one person isn't taking accountability. If they're always saying, "No, it's your fault," or "No, that ain't got nothing to do with me," like, "Oh no," like every time I tell you something, you say, "Oh no," it's always an excuse or reason why you pointing fingers back at me. So in life and in relationships, self accountability is key. Like to grow and to become truly successful in anything, you always got to say, you know what? I own this. It's my fault this doesn't work. So if the relationship is not working well and the other person is casting all the blame, that's a red flag.
Okay.
Like every time we have a conversation, is always you say, "Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we try to do this, you know, let's say we show communication."
Right.
And I come to you and say, "Hey, listen, I think we need to work on our communication. I don't think we're talking to each other the same way or in the same language I want to be talked to in." And you like, "Well, that's your fault. You should read more books, or you should, you know, you always on your phone," like immediately casting the blame. That's a red flag that, hey, listen, it's happening every single day, every single month. I try to come to you to, you know, fix and grow, and you like ain't taking no accountability. That's a problem for me.
So do you believe, though, that in relationships, you should have a person who is, I guess the calming bomb of the relationship? What I mean is, I know who you are. I know who I married or who I'm dating. And I understand that you might not be forthcoming. So I'm okay to start this conversation just so we can move on and move past it. Or you believe that it should be, I guess, 50-50 on both sides?
It should be equal accountability.
Okay.
That's a maturity thing anyway. Learn how to take accountability for everything that happens in your life.
Right.
Right? And because if something's not working in your life, it's your fault. Like when you blame somebody else, you give them all the power. When you blame yourself, you keep the power.
Okay.
So if our relationship is going in a bad direction, if I'm coming to you saying, "Hey, listen, like I know that I haven't been listening as well as I should have been, and I know that, you know, I could work on my communication skills with you,
Right.
and I could do several things to process my emotions better," that's me taking accountability. If I come to you and say those things, you're like, "Yeah, you're right, because you do talk to me crazy, and you do," instead of saying, "You know what? I'll own my part how I talk to you as well too."
Okay.
So we both taking accountability. We both can kind of see. But if I'm coming to you all the time saying, "Hey, listen, I take accountability for that," and you saying, "Yeah, these are all your fault. You are to blame for this. It's all your fault." So immediately that's telling, "Hey, listen, this relationship here might not be the one. This person doesn't understand accountability, doesn't understand growth, and that'll be a problem for me."
John said something to you.
What John talking about?
There's 2 people. No, that's Sean. That's Sean.
John blowing. I love it, John. It don't affect them much. He said, like, it's a happy wife, happy life, but never go to bed mad. That's one of the key things.
That.
Also, always take time to appreciate each other. Yup, every day. It was about relationship. It comes to about trust, talk, and time. Accountability ultimately comes down to trust issues within yourself or your partner's issues. How so, John? Accountability ultimately comes down to trust issues within yourself or your partner's issues.
And I think that's something that it's okay to, but sometimes you have to call somebody out and you have to let them know, because I could be unaware that I even exude a lack of accountability just because it's hard to see your faults, honestly. As a person, people think they're perfect and you're not. So, but I mean, it's really hard if you're the one that, like, not, I just, like, messed up the whole thing. So it's really hard to identify some of your faults if you don't have somebody who really knows you to be able to point them out. We were having a conversation the other day with somebody who was saying they were doing this personality test. And when they were given the assignment to do this personality test, they were told, hey, when you do this personality test, take it with someone who knows you best, because when you do that, you're going to notice that when you read that question aloud, you're probably going to say, oh no, I don't do that. And the person who know you the best, like, oh yeah, you do all the time, and be able to give you examples and stuff. So it's really good to have somebody be able to call you out and be able to accept the criticism as a love moment. Okay, this person is trying to make me better, but don't just assume that they know that they don't take accountability, because they may not know.
Okay, so educate them on what accountability is.
For sure.
And how to, yeah, that makes sense. No, that makes sense. Because some people don't know.
You said something though. You said,
what I say?
Educate people on what accountability is. Never expect someone to know your definition of anything.
Expectations.
Whether it is accountability, whether it is love, whether it is trust, like we're talking about right now, whatever it is, when you're telling somebody, this is what I need from you because this is something you lack, make sure you define what it means to you. Not the dictionary, what it means to you. So if you come to me and you tell me, hey, you don't take accountability, my first question to you needs to be, okay, what does accountability mean to you? So I can truly understand exactly what you're looking for, so I can make sure that I'm meeting that expectation, because what it could mean to me and what it could mean to you is two different things.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Expectations they kill all relationships. I expect you to know something, but you may never been taught what accountability is. Or maybe your whole life, in your last relationship, it wasn't a thing. Or you've never been educated on the topic of how important accountability is and how to look for it.
But even if you're educated, it just might look different to me.
Okay, I got you. So what it means to me and what it means to you.
Yeah, like I could be telling you, like, you don't love me. And you're like, I'm loving you. Almost like the love language type thing. Like, I am loving you, but you're not doing it the way that I perceive it. So that's what I'm saying when I say educate them. Educate on what it means to you.
I got you. No, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, so John explained it. John said if you or your partner doesn't have accountability, they don't trust their partner to forgive them or just being a decent human being. Okay. Now that makes sense, John. 1,000%. And trust is huge in relationships, so that make a lot of sense. So that was number 3. Number 4.
Why you didn't eat your food?
I ate some of my food, but I'm just not finna stuff myself like a turkey.
I am.
Go ahead, then. Eat mine too. Why don't you?
All right. So the next one that I have, no common goals.
Okay. Elaborate. What you mean? No common goals.
No common goals meaning it is okay to have different thoughts and different hobbies, so to say. And it's okay to have one way to skin a cat, so they say. So like, I may want to do this really bad and you may want to do this, and I'm here to support you, you're here to support them. But if you have nothing in common with each other, like if he's saying, I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 40, and you're saying, I want to live a simplistic lifestyle with a 20K house and have chickens run around the back. Something's not lining up.
Quack.
Business. If they're telling you, like, I'm on this business stuff, I like the entrepreneurship thing. You are, on the other hand, I don't like none of that. I don't really believe in that. Everything that y'all want to do is complete opposite of each other. Y'all probably shouldn't be together, because it's always going to be a conflict, because this person sees life one way, you see life the other way, and unless you're just willing to change the complete vision of what you're looking for, which I don't think that's even fair, you have to go find somebody who aligns with you. So I would say alignment is really big in relationships. Make sure that y'all do have common goals and visions for the future, for your family, for your faith. All of that stuff combined, I believe, is really big in relationships. What are your thoughts?
No, that's really good. No common goals. So how do we identify our common goals? Should I write my goals down? You write your goals down? Or we just have conversations about our goals, and if they don't match, we should say it's over with, or what you think?
So I believe in a relationship, you should always be communicating.
Okay.
It should never be a dull moment of we're not communicating. And I get that you might be watching TV and stuff. I'm not talking about that. But throughout the day, you both should be having conversations about your future. So it can always stay to the front of mind. It can always keep you evolving into that next dimension that you're looking for. So knowing that, conversations should be had all the time anyway. So you'll start to notice if we talk every day, because you should, and I notice that most of the stuff you say doesn't resonate with me, well, I might need to reassess. And that's okay. But
for example?
What you mean?
For example, give me an example.
For example, well, I just gave you an example. Did you not listen?
So we're saying, if I'm saying, hey, listen, I want to be a multimillionaire, and you're saying, well, I want to live in a shack.
That's not the lifestyle that, if that's not the lifestyle that I want to live. Should
we just break up then and call it quits?
Well, that's only one thing. But then say,
what if I want 3 kids and you want no kid?
Well, I think that's a big topic. That's a really big topic.
Okay.
If I'm not willing to sacrifice that for you, and I shouldn't have, you know what? I shouldn't have to sacrifice that for you. If that is not the vision for my life, I shouldn't have to change that just to make someone else happy, when in turn, I'm not going to be happy. So if you want 3 kids and I want no kids, that doesn't make me a bad person. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you wrong. That doesn't make me right. What it makes it, we are incompatible. We do not have a common vision for our lifestyle. Okay. We might not need to be together. And a lot of times people will try to force something because they want it so bad. They just want that type of feeling so bad that I'm going to do whatever it can to try to keep it up. And it's not going to make you happy in the end.
Okay. I was thinking that. Some people be like yes man and yes woman in the beginning. Yes. Whatever they say, whatever it take to get the person.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do that too? Oh, I love that. Oh, you want to do this? Oh, I love it. You love traveling? I love traveling too. You like the color pink? I love the color pink.
When you really hate pink. You never wear pink.
Oh, you want to, live in Africa? I want to live in Africa too. And good and well, you
don't even got no passport and you ain't never want to go out the country.
You never wanted to, but you just saying yes. And again, eventually we'll say we're online. You should call it quits if the goals don't match. So be honest and transparent in your conversation about what you want.
Always.
And your goals.
Even when they're tough conversations, we talk about this every single time we get on live.
Yeah.
Tough conversations are the best. First of all, to not waste your time, because you'll see really quickly what you do want, what you don't want. Are you my person or you're not my person? And tough conversations also promote growth. You have to grow being able to receive. It's not easy to hear. And a lot of times it's easier to hear than it is to say.
No, facts.
But it creates that growth within your relationship and makes you stronger overall. So
I love that. My dog John said, I built my house, but my wife wanted to buy a house. We agreed to build a house and she would decorate the home however she see fit. That was one goal that was different. So the goals were different.
But he said that was one goal that was different.
Then he said the common goal should be the end goal, which is to build a life with that person. Kids, job, personal goals should not come into the decision of the couple should stay together.
Okay. I respect his perspective.
Okay, the common goal, let me read it again. The common goal should be the end goal, which is to build a life with that person. Kids, job, personal goals should not come to the decision of if a couple stay together. Wow.
So, John, I would like to ask you. So, you believe that if you want to be with somebody, right, that you should sacrifice what you really envision for your life and what you really still secretly want internally to be with somebody, to be with a person. Is that what I'm understanding? It sounds like John is willing to sacrifice his own happiness for her.
No. I'm not saying it's happiness, because it's not the end goal. Is to I'm gonna build a life with you. However that looks, I'm gonna build a life with you regardless. You're the centerpiece of this picture in my head. So if you want to have 5 kids, I want to have only 1 kid. Or if you want to, be a doctor, and I want to be a business owner, I want you to be a doctor all the time. He's saying, listen, I don't care what it looks like. We're going to figure it out and build together. That's what we commit to.
I think that's beautiful. Well, you just have to find, I guess, the person who's willing to sacrifice what they want, overall, to, make that happen.
Yeah, and he clarifies it's not a sacrifice.
To be with somebody.
It's a compromise.
So how much compromise is unhealthy? I guess that's kind of where I am. Like, how much when does it become unhealthy? Like, I'm giving up this, I'm giving up this, I'm giving up this, I'm giving up this. At what point does it become, this just might not be my person?
Because in a compromise, both parties should lose.
Correct.
So in a good negotiation, you always learn that everybody loses something in a negotiation. But if one person is losing, what you're saying is if one person losing too much.
Yeah.
If I'm doing all the compromising and you ain't compromising nothing, you ain't losing nothing.
I'm getting the bad and the sick, honestly, because there was probably somebody out there who had the same vision that I have, and if that's really what I wanted, we would have made each other very happy.
Compromise.
He said, the current situation can always change, but the future is always different from what you imagine it is. I do agree with that statement. I
agree as well. 1,000%.
I guess it's a perspective shift, you know?
Everything is perspective. Everything is perspective. And speaking of perspective, another huge sign that it may be time to leave this relationship or leave a relationship is if your cup isn't being filled. If you're no longer fulfilled in that relationship.
Okay.
So what I mean is, if you feel like the person you're with isn't pouring into your cup, like actively filling that cup on a consistent basis, you like, it just ain't, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm giving a lot, but nothing's getting poured back into me. Mm-hmm. For me, that's a big thing. That's a personal growth thing too. Like understanding your partner and what they need so they can be fulfilled is key. But if we lose that and I stop feeling that feeling of fulfillment, then for me, yeah, it might be time to do something different.
Is that like so going back to what you said, is that a time frame or is that just in general when you lose that feeling, you're like?
No, I don't think it's immediate because you can't trust your feelings. Right. Your feelings
they're not facts.
One day your feelings aren't facts. You could be feeling one day you can feel like my cup is filled, and then you feel like, oh my God, there's no love in this place.
Right.
But I think it's more a consistent basis that you'll see over time. Again, one of those, I would say, case by case basis. It's not one size fits all. I'm not gonna say that, but fulfillment is key in life. Like in life, fulfillment is achievement and fulfillment are the two biggest indicators of success. That's success in business, success in relationships, is for achievement and fulfillment. Mm-hmm. I have to feel like we're reaching our goals.
Yeah.
That's achievement stuff, right? And the second will be fulfillment. I have to be satisfied, right, in the relationship.
Okay.
I wouldn't say happy every day, but fulfilled. Like what we're doing has purpose, has meaning, and we're growing together. It's like fulfillment side of it. Does that make sense?
It does. And I would like to add to what you said on the terms, I don't believe when somebody is asking you to do something or telling you that they like to do something that is going to attribute to your personal growth and your personal success, I don't believe that's sacrifice. I feel like if somebody's telling you, hey, listen, I got these books, I like to read. So for example, a good example would be us. He loves to read. Like that's his hobby. But not just like read Harry Potter, you know. He likes to read personal self-help books. He loves it. And so for him, it was really big for me to read that. I wasn't the big reader. Like I'm not just going to go pick up a book and say, oh, I don't want to go out to eat. I want to sit down and read this book. Yeah. He will. So I'm like, okay, that was something really big to him. And at first I looked at it as sacrifice. I was like, I'm having to change what I don't really like to do to be able, you know, to please you and make you happy. But then I started thinking, I'm like, you can't say that personal growth and developing and making you a better person is sacrifice. Like this person is literally feeding into you. And you shouldn't think that I'm having to give up something or do something when it's attributing to your overall success. Because once you give me that information, once I find that information, it no longer is attached. It changes me. So whether you're here or not, like you built me up in a way, you put information in my mind, and once you know something, your mind can't be reverted back. So really you're building me up, you're helping me. That can't be considered sacrifice. But I didn't know that. Back in the day, I thought it was like, sacrificing my time right now to read this book. But I'm not. You're making me better.
Yeah, okay. No, that's a perfect example. But again, it comes that's a big thing though. You gotta be fulfilled in anything you do in life. So if that fulfillment goes away, whether it's a job or a relationship or a business, if the fulfillment isn't there, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing this if we aren't happy or satisfied or enjoy what we're doing?
I do believe it's back to communication.
You definitely have to talk first.
I believe it's in communication. Always give somebody the time to course correct their actions. And have the option to do what you're asking. So say, for example, you come to me, you say, I'm not fulfilled, I'm not happy, I don't feel like this is a relationship. Instead of leaving and just saying, you know what, I don't like this no more, we done, like, I think it should be over. No, respect me enough to have a conversation with me. Let me know what I'm lacking in, and what you feel like you're not getting, and give me that opportunity. If I care that much, if I really want to be there, give me that opportunity to try to please you in the ways that you're saying that you're not.
Give me a chance.
Give me a chance.
Give me a chance.
Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves grace.
What my dog John said.
Hold on, we lost them. You got to go back up. So right there, we didn't read that one. In the past, we didn't read it in the past.
In the past, John says, in the past, we both gave up on our individual goals to have a possible future together. But over time, we start to return to our goals and ultimately achieve them.
That's beautiful.
In the past, I gave up my dream of having a restaurant of my own, and I didn't want kids. She gave up trying to be a lawyer and wanting 5 kids. But now I got my restaurant and grown to love our 3 kids, and she became a psychologist with a focus on marriages, and she was happy with 3 kids and said doesn't want any more.
You think you want them 5 until you have them. You like,
until I spit them out. So time can fulfill your goals as long as both partners agree and there is time to achieve and support is given.
So y'all didn't give up on them. Y'all just postponed them.
Put them to the side. Yes, it sounds like.
And I can respect that. But if you have to give up on something that you really wanted, you're going to be laying on your deathbed saying, I just really always wanted to do this. Yeah. I don't think that that's fair.
Yeah, because you guys didn't give up on, she wanted 5 kids, but ultimately she just wanted to go to have kids.
Right.
And y'all met in the middle of 3, sounds like.
Right.
But I believe, John, if you'd have been like not open to having any kids, I don't think it should have been fulfilled. And that could be wrong. Right? You could correct me if I'm wrong, John, but if you just say, you know what, I just ain't having kids with you, woman. And we ain't having no kids. We ain't having no kids. We ain't having no kids. Because we know people like that who say, I'm not having kids. I'm not having kids. A person really dies. A piece of them dies inside. Because something they truly want never going to come to fruition. And what's the point of living life if you aren't living to the intent that you want to experience life at? And for your wife, sound like kids is a big thing. You know? And having a business for you is a big thing for you too. And eventually you put it to the side, but you got to the point that you own several restaurants and you're doing good. I love that for you. I love that. Yeah, I get my dream being a running back too. I want to be an NFL running back. It didn't come. I just wasn't fast enough, wasn't big enough, John. But yeah.
Boy, you on this internet showing your tail.
I was mid at best. I want to be an NFL player when I was in high school. I just wasn't good enough.
You so silly.
All right, what's sign 5? What's sign 5 for you? What would you say sign 5 is?
So sign 5 is going to contradict what I said before.
Wow, you contradict
but
yourself
no,
in the same.
No, because I got to explain it.
Okay.
Because remember the last one I said, if all y'all are doing is arguing, and did I say it? Or did I think I said that? I think I said it.
Yeah.
If y'all arguing, having more bad days than good. But also, if you are, so number 5, if you're not arguing anymore, and everything that they do starts to become an annoyance. When people stop arguing, it's like they've given up. Not all the time. Okay. But what I'm saying is like things that's starting to bother me, and I just don't say anything
I don't
anymore.
Express it.
I just don't like it's not going to change. We are where we are. That is a sign that you could be coming to the end. And everything that they do bothers you. Like now all of a sudden, every time I look at you, you're just doing something. I'm like, you getting on my nerves. Like everything you do just gives me the ick. I think that's what people call it.
Icky.
It gives you the ick.
I got you.
I think that's a sign that you might be at the end of your road. Because where do you go from there?
Everything you do annoys me.
Yeah, everything you do annoys me.
The way you talk.
Everything.
The way you eat.
Yes.
The way you fart in your sleep.
The things you talk about, I'm not interested in. It aggravates me. When you touch me and do this, I'm just like.
I'm annoyed by your presence. Yes.
I'm annoyed by your presence.
That would definitely be that's a sign that we need to do something different. This ain't it.
But people will live through. I know somebody who has lived through something like that. So people do be around, for that. But it wasn't healthy, and they weren't happy, and ultimately they split up.
Eventually it ended, right?
Yeah.
So that sounds like a common story. I can add a bonus one to it.
What?
Got a bonus one?
Yeah. Yours might be better than my 5.
If you're constantly feeling dismissed or disrespected in your relationship.
Explain.
So, respect is huge in any relationship. And if you're in a relationship where you're constantly being disrespected, which that could mean different things to different people.
Okay.
But being called out of your name, or again, I tell you to do something, and I tell you how important it is to me, and you choose not to do it because you just don't give a flying flip. You get disrespect.
Yeah.
In a sense. So if you're constantly being, well, question for you: if you're constantly being disrespected in a relationship, would you leave it? Friendship, intimate, whatever.
Why would you ask me that question? You already know.
I'm just asking the question.
Respect is like my number one thing. So you could be a lot of other stuff, but respect me, and I'm still gonna keep you around. But the moment that I feel disrespected, because I'm not gonna disrespect you. Like, I'm very intentional to make sure I don't disrespect you. Even when we argue, I'm not gonna say I've never been disrespectful, because that would probably be a lie.
Yeah.
But I do know, like, if we argue or something, y'all, I will tell him. I'll be like, I'm gonna be quiet because I don't want to say something that I know. I'm thinking it. I might be thinking it, but I'm not gonna vocalize this, because this, to me, if I would have heard it, it's not gonna make. I ain't having it. So I want to show you the respect. So I'll keep my mouth shut. And although I'm heated, I'm fuming, I am very intentional not to say things and do things that I can't get myself out of.
Can't take back. Once you say something, it's out there.
It's out, and no matter how much it may have been, it was in the heat of an argument, that done left a wound on that person. And they're always going to remember in some sort or fashion. They might even joke about it later on. Be like, yeah, you remember because you said da-da-da. They're going to remember that. You cannot take back your words.
I can't unhear what I just heard.
I cannot hear what I just heard.
Ever. I would agree, you do that a lot.
I just really make you mad when I be like, but I'm not, that doesn't mean when I'm mad, I don't poke the bear. Because when I'm angry, I might think something, but I'll tell him, I'll be like, ooh, and he'd be like, say it. No, I'm not going to say it. And I'm really big at just saying, okay. And that's all I'll say, okay.
Yeah.
And that's stopping me. I know if all I am saying is the letter K, nothing is, it might really aggravate you.
So it's not disrespectful.
I'm not, it's not disrespectful, and I'm not going to say anything that I'm going to regret.
Yeah, I don't feel like anybody should be disrespected constantly in a relationship. Like, constantly torn down on a frequent basis. Like, you got to get out of there. Nobody deserves that, I would say.
They don't.
Life is too short to be constantly disrespected every single day.
And that's abuse. I mean, of course, it's not physical, but that is emotional abuse, and nobody should have to withstand that.
1,000%.
Because eventually, the more stuff that you hear about yourself, determines how you feel about yourself. And if you're allowing somebody, especially somebody who you say you love and you care about, you ain't listening to me. You listening to John.
Love and care about.
You listen to John.
I heard exactly what you're saying. I see. Think about people understand I'm multi-talented.
No, he ain't, y'all. No, he ain't.
I can multitask.
No, he ain't. He uses that whenever he can think that he get out his way.
Talking about, man?
No, absolutely not.
This is John's story. John said I went to UT in Austin.
I'm not mad at you.
University of Texas, 2005, 2007. National championship team at Big USC. Vince Young won his groomsman. Vince Young is a Heisman-winning quarterback. He won the Heisman. He did win the Heisman, right? He did. Never lie, because it will bite you when it comes up. Mm-hmm. Lies always do circle back around. So it's a kind of cosmic karma, they call it. Like, it come back around.
Yeah.
1,000%. Me and the wife are always truthful to each other, no matter what situation. Truth equals respectful. So, John, you've had a long marriage, dude. But I'm pretty sure you have had friends who haven't had successful relationships. I am very sure of that. So, what were some of those signs you seen, John, that were like, hey, it's a red flag, boy. You might need to get out of there.
Gotcha.
And find you a new person. What do you think, John? John probably got some good advice on him.
I think John has some great advice.
5 signs when to leave a relationship.
Because he has the experience. And experience is the best advice you can have, you know?
1,000%. 1,000%. But yeah.
You got all yours out that you felt? We definitely went over 5.
We did.
Okay. Okay.
We did. But I think some of these are good. And yeah, if you do have a relationship, this thing, so some people don't want to leave a marriage, especially a marriage, because you spend all that time getting into it, or a long-term relationship because
marriage, you better fight for it, but go ahead.
You feel like a failure. Like, you don't want to leave a relationship because you may feel like a failure.
It is yeah, that's what it feels like, for sure.
Yeah, and I think that stops a lot of people from leaving a relationship. They rather stay in a bad relationship because the fear of looking like a failure is too big for them. Because your friends, your family, a lot of people are invested in this relationship you guys had, and you want it to work out so bad. If you actually got married, you probably got married, jumped the broom, all that stuff, and got to the point where like, dang, this ain't gonna work. But I'm afraid to leave because of the fear of being considered a failure. I would say that nothing in life is a failure, just a learning lesson. So you learn something from that relationship, good or bad, and you take what you learn to go into the next relationship, right?
So you believe in divorce?
I believe in finding your right person.
Okay.
I don't believe just because we get married, you know, we could have been. It could be things that happen like now you're constantly disrespecting me every single day. Before we got married, there was no disrespect. After we got married, you just became a disrespectful, mean. Maybe something happened in your life. You have some trauma that you ain't healed from. You just hammering away. You went to counseling. You don't want to go to counseling. You don't want to go to therapy, and you just disrespectful. Or you constantly cheating. Right? I mean, I ain't gonna. Everything is different, and I'll tell you, 50% of marriages end in divorce for a reason. So let's not be like foolish to think like you go out there 50 grand on the wedding, half of them get divorced, right? So you gotta know, and some of them have the right. I mean, I think on paper, based on certain terms, that hey, listen, we may need to leave it and call it quits, depending on the situation. Everything is circumstantial, but I will say, don't be afraid to leave a relationship because of the fear of feeling like a failure. Especially if you did everything you can on your end. You actually tried. You put in the work. You did this self for accountability. Had the conversation. You communicated everything. And still was like, So I would say, you know, even if you do have to leave a relationship, that's the last option, last choice. Take it as a learning lesson, and not that I failed. More so like I learned something from this relationship.
Do you believe that time should play a part?
In what? When to leave? That's feeling, man. I can't give you any certain time or deadline.
No, so what I'm saying is, my question, maybe I wasn't clear. You were saying like divorce something, and you were saying like don't feel like a failure, but do you believe like if I put in, like John been married for 30 years, luckily he's happy. Yeah. But 30 years, you've given up 30 years of your life with this person. Do you believe that that's enough reason to stay? You got eyelash. Stay and try to make it work just because that's older than somebody's kids. Some people kids. A lot of people don't make it to leave that long. And you just gonna throw it away, or you don't think that matters?
I think you should fight for, because it's about your long term. Like John said in the chat, it's about your long term goals. If I came to you, I had this vision for you, for us in my head, and we have put in so much time, I'm gonna do everything in my power to fix whatever's broken.
Okay.
But if I have done everything in my power to fix what is broken and it's still broke, we got to have some tough conversations.
Yeah.
Right, we got to have those conversations for our personal fulfillment and joy. I don't think you should, once you get married, if it ain't like, I say cheating or like constant disrespect or like physical abuse,
we should try to figure it out.
We should try to figure this thing out.
Right.
Even if infidelity comes in, let's try to figure it out still. Let's, make it worse, try to figure what we can figure out. Try to salvage what we can salvage, I would say.
Give it a good college try.
Good college try, man. At the end of the day, you got to be fulfilled.
I agree with you.
Like, fulfillment is everything. I don't care what, you have to be fulfilled. I got to feel like we're achieving something, and then we're fulfilled at the end of the day. We're making steps, we're doing stuff, and we actually happy and enjoy being with each other. Not every single day, because that's kind of like asinine to even think that every day we're going to be happy, enjoy it. I mean, it's...
You enjoy being with me every day?
It's every day I do, but sometimes you have times throughout the day, like, okay, well,
I'm just playing
this is one of those times to where, listen, I need to be by myself for a minute. Which is normal. It's normal, so you don't give up because stuff like that, but if you're not feeling being fulfilled on a constant basis, like, you gotta make a decision in your life. People change, people grow.
We was wrong about John.
What John said?
John's 36.
No, I ain't said 30 years. He said
I thought you said 30 years.
He said he's 36 years old. He got married in like 2000 something. You won't listen.
No, I misheard. I heard the 30 and was thinking that was equated to his marriage. He was like, no.
Nah, he got 30 years, but he was 36.
But all his friends found their Mrs. Right, and they still all together.
All your friends did that?
You are the company you keep.
You got some good friends, John. Some very good friends.
The only red flag was the fact we all found love on One and Done. That's cute.
That was good, man. I found you one and done.
You did.
So
I found you.
It's out there. You found me. We found each other.
I found you, baby.
We found each other. They dated 5 years before we got married, but our first child, daughter, was born 10 months after we got together.
Okay.
I stepped up as a dad, and she knew I was the one. That's what she told me anyway. I get it, John, 1,000%. That's what's up, man. So yeah, all your friends have long-term marriage. I guess none of my friends got divorced yet.
What?
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a big old lie.
I had to think about that. I know.
A couple of them have.
Yeah, you're right. I got a couple of them that got divorced. They had big weddings too, big nice weddings, and they got divorced. So yeah, no, man, that's what's up, John. That's crazy. You're the company you keep though, and you got great company, John. That's what's up, man. And what else?
John, I'm just curious. Do y'all take like couples trips and stuff like that? Do y'all do stuff like that? That's the only why I really ever wanted like a lot of married friends. I'm like, oh, we could go on like these big old couple trips. That'd be beautiful. But we're really homebodies. We don't be doing nothing. John said something.
What John said?
I don't know. I can't see from way back here. What he say? What you doing, Adam? It's always about the company you keep. If you want to be happy, stick with happy people, period. And we do a lot of trips.
They always tripping. That's what's up. That was no pun intended. I think that was it, man. I'm trying to think what else. You ain't even mad.
I think you hit a lot of good points today, and I feel like it was a really cool topic. Number one, John, you held it down today. Like, that was the one thing that we missed in like a few of our lives that we did, is we had to let people know, like, no, please chat with us, please talk with us, because we want to be able to converse with you guys and get your thoughts and your feelings, because as well as we can offer you a certain perspective, you guys can offer us a certain perspective. So I love that you really stuck around and you was chatting with us today, and I love that. And you was knowledgeable about, you know, what you have going on, because you really got time and energy invested into what you was talking about. So I really, really love that.
They'll be out there, Australia, kicking it, big kicking.
Oh, they've been to a lot of places.
I love that. I love it for everybody, man.
Went for 2 weeks. So is your couple trips like just the couples, or is it like the kids too?
Probably some of both.
So they went for 2 weeks probably with the kids. But I don't know, is that a couple trip? That's like a family trip.
That's family trip.
Couples, I'm like, just like it's all of us, our kids.
Yeah.
If our kids there, it's because their grandma's there watching them.
Big facts, big facts, big facts, big facts.
Because I do want our kids to be able to experience, you know, like the places that we go and stuff, but we gotta have a babysitter. Because I want to go on a date.
You want to go on dates everywhere,
I want to go on a date.
You love dating.
I do love dating.
Ain't nothing wrong with dating.
Okay.
We dating right now. We in the bed going live eating.
I ate your chicken.
I see. Hey, all my food look like.
I didn't eat all your food.
You ate all my food, 1,000%. Also too, we always tell this on every live for everybody out there watching, who's gonna watch the replay of this. Currently, we're in the process too of building a community, because what we learned about it is, hey, listen, I want more people around me who are just as invested in their relationship like I am.
Right.
All right. So we're building a community called High Value Marriage University, where people come together, and it's a completely, I would say, judge-free environment.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are dealing with, you know, certain marital problems, communication, lack of intimacy, money issues, whatever the case may be, you come into the group. We had these conversations so we can all grow and work through them.
Yes.
Right? Or you say, you know what? I just want some married friends. Like, I like being around cool young people who married. I'm 35, she's 30, and we just want to be around more people who are just happy doing their thing. Like, that's big to us, because like you said, surround happy people, and you'll ultimately be happy.
Yeah.
Day. So in our community, if you're interested in joining it, we have the link below in the description. Every single day, we 5 days a week, you know, having these conversations, working through some of this stuff, and just building a community, man, that we can grow with. We want to throw events, throw parties, bring people together.
Oh yeah, once a quarter.
And just dance, have fun, and, you know, kick it.
And team build, because team building is big. Not team building. What's it
Team
called?
building.
You know, like the little center section things where you're
Sure.
working through stuff with your person, different activities, because that's just really, you got to be learning something.
Yeah, and the more people in the community, the more people can learn from each other.
Yes.
It ain't just about learning from us. Like, we got 11 years in the game, yeah, but it's people out there who got 19 years in the game, like my dog John, right? So we want to build that community, and we're currently actively building it now. So if you guys are interested in joining the community, High Value Marriage University, Link is in the description below this live. You know, let's chop it up, man. Let's go deeper.
So John.
What Big John said?
So trips 2 weeks or longer, the kids actually don't come, and then 1 week or less they come because they got school. And then he also don't know if he mentioned. So he's Asian, 6'3".
Okay,
and his
John.
wife is Puerto Rican, 5'1".
Asian Puerto Rico.
And they live in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Houston. So when we come to Houston, Texas, we gotta hit up John.
You gotta link up with John, man.
We gotta go out with John.
100%. We need John in the community, straight up.
John seems like he got
John and his wife. What's your wife's name, John?
Is she feisty?
Why?
I'm just asking if she feisty.
Because she's Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
That's what you asked that?
Y'all got Discord.
We got school.
Oh, okay.
We use school as a platform.
What's Discord?
It's before school.
Okay.
It's a community. You can build community through Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My wife, hey y'all, hope to see y'all win. We'll see y'all win in life. Always right. Diamond, thank you so much, boo. I love the positivity. I love that was dope. Thank you. We praying, girl. Just pray for us. Just keep praying.
That's it.
My wife can pass for white. Her name is Abby. Okay. Abby.
She can pass for white.
Okay.
Abby and John.
Okay. I'm looking at the profile picture, John. That's what I'm trying to do. But I see it's you and the baby.
Yeah, you got 3 babies.
That's beautiful. No, but not in this picture.
That was up.
I ain't even watch y'all video. Just instantly subscribe earlier. Diamond!
Diamond, appreciate you.
You don't understand how much that really means, girl. Like, we starting up. We had quit. Then we said we was going to come back. We was going to, just be real consistent and just be vulnerable. And I think that was probably like the hardest thing that was for me at one point was just like, you don't want to put your business out on the internet because you just don't want people to like really comment on your stuff. But when we got to praying and we got to noticing like, baby, oh well, it just felt so different. So the fact that people are really like opening up and stuff like that, it do feel good. So I appreciate that from you a lot.
And the biggest thing is we want to just help people like really understand that just trust in God in everything you do. And in our current situation forces us to trust God every single day. Because sometimes you can get, routine, get into the mundane of, just doing life, and you just stop putting your full weight on God. So we should pay, listen, just put your weight on God, man. He'll hold you up. And we want to inspire hope in other people to do the same thing. So appreciate you though, Diamond, for real, straight up.
Yes.
My first child, July 19th. 8 years back.
Okay.
So you got 9-year-old kids?
She's 19.
Oh, 19? Oh, his first kid was 19. Yeah, you're right. He said he had a kid young.
I will take that, yes. Okay, so John, 19, so you get to have fun with your baby now. And Diamond, all I can say is thank you. Thank you. And we've heard about the break. We just trying to be consistent right now. We like, just grind. When you ain't got nothing and you really just got to break through, we just gonna do all we can do. And we be up to, yesterday was up to 2 a.m. It was like every day, just make sure that we showing up. And if we showing up, we hope that God is gonna show up the same way for us. And he ain't never failed before, so I don't expect it to fail now.
Ain't no breaks, Diamond. I got that pressure on. We gonna do this. We in it. We all in, man. It's like the lifestyle. It's everything we doing.
John said that's my first kid, not to make me a grandpa before I'm 40.
Oh boy, you better keep praying for that, John. This world we living in, boy. I love it though. That's what's up, man. Listen, anything else you got, baby?
No, I think I'm good. I love all this love coming to us. I love that.
Love is good. All we need is love. Love is all you need. That's how I started this thing off. Love is all you need. As long as you got love, we straight.
I won't lie though,
And about to go.
Bye. You enjoy your evening too.
Yeah, enjoy your evening. She on that the Good Mary Jane.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I love it.
I was overprotected when she started dating about 5 years ago. I could see that. It's a transitional thing. Yeah. So John, I hope that you every day, Monday through Friday, we be on this live and we come and talk. So if you got free time and you just be kicking it, come talk to us and come kick it with us. And like he said, if you go on our page in our description, you'll be able to see like the community. So if you and your wife are interested in, just getting around other married people, we would love to connect with you guys.
But I would say marriage, his wife's a marriage counselor, I think he said, right?
Yes.
So you got good advice, good topics, good everything
yes.
too. I love it. But nah, John, appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody that came on, hopped on. Y'all gonna be blessed.
Yes.
Do your thing.
Another pillow talk is down, baby.
Pillow talk. We're back tomorrow. Peace out.
All right, hold on. I'm stuck. The bed too low.